back to work. Phoenix, you love this place.
I do love it, and it's really good to be here. Excited about the weekend and just getting to work. Can't wait to get out on the racetrack and start working with my team and get back in the swing of things. Looking forward to it.
Questions for Mark Martin. I see Claire's hand, so we'll go to Claire first and then work our way around the room.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius NASCAR Radio. Can you talk, Mark, about coming here after Daytona and sort of the intricacies of this track after what you left at Daytona? The hoopla is over. Now we're racing Sirius at Phoenix.
Well, you know, it's cool coming here. I mean, it's cool going to California too, but this feels normal. I mean, feels a little different, but you know, it's a good place to start the season off. With a restrictor plate race behind you, and we have 34 events in front of us that all relate somewhat to this, and only 3 more events this year that relate to what we just did last week. So this is the beginning of the meat of the season. This is a great racetrack for racing. I remember, you know, from the first time that we came out here to race, I think in '88, it's always been met with such great enthusiasm from the fans, and it has through the years just always been a good racetrack to race on, a great facility, and met with a lot of enthusiasm from the fans here.
We'll go Tom, Mark Armijo, and then Bob Pockris, and come up this row right here on the front. Go ahead, Tom.
Hi, Mark. Tom Jensen, Speed.com. Do you view getting out of Daytona with a top 10 as dodging a bullet, first of all? And second of all, how comfortable are you and Lance now? How far along are
we dodged a bullet at Daytona for sure because I was in that first wreck and damaged the car and got 3 laps down. So, you know, to get a top 10 is pretty incredible. We were 8th with the next to last restart, and we didn't get very far, and they had another restart, and we were in 4th. And we had come from 3 down and thought, you know, anything can happen here, and it did. But it didn't happen for the good. You know, we lost some spots there on that last restart. But we still felt like it was a great day, even though we got teased with a chance there at the end. We still view it as a great day, great recovery, great team effort, incredible display of team effort. I feel comfortable with Lance. We will learn more and more as we go forward, but I'm comfortable and excited. The enthusiasm within the team is really high. It feels good, you know, to walk into my garage and be around my guys, and that's half of it right there. So I'm anxious to get into the meat of the season here.
Mark.
Mark Armijo, the Arizona Republic. Mark, what's your thoughts on Trevor Mania this week? Have you seen any examples of it? What are your thoughts on Trevor Mania this week?
Oh, well, I think it's great. I'm one of his bigger fans. I think it's really great. But for me, it is overshadowed by how great it is for the Wood brothers. To me, it's much greater for the Wood brothers than it is Trevor Bayne. Trevor is a really fine young man, and I am so proud for the sport that I love so much to have him, you know, represent our Daytona 500 champion. That being said, to me, having the Wood brothers win is a bigger deal. You know, Trevor will win many more races. I was in the grandstand in '76 when that car painted that way won that race. That means a lot to me. And it means a lot to me to see them win because, you know, we're not talking about a few years of history in NASCAR. We're talking about 50 range. One of the very few that have been around for that kind of, you know, the Woods and Petty's. are important to our sport. Put it this way, they're important to me. They are very important to me. And that was huge. That was very, very cool. And I'm still giddy over it. You know, I would have liked to have won the race myself, but I couldn't possibly be, more happy for any other situation than to have the Woods celebrating, and we're driver-wise, we're represented very well by Trevor Bain. So,
Bob.
Bob Pocker, Scene Daily. You talked about the enthusiastic vibe you got in your garage. How would you describe it overall for Hendrick Motorsports, considering the rough week last week?
Well, Bob, it's hard for me to answer. I'll know more about that this evening after our debrief, and I think the teams will too. You know, they will certainly rebound from that quickly, especially if they go out today and have fast race cars. So this evening, after the last practice, we'll have our debrief, and we'll see who's got smiley faces and who may have a long face. I don't know, but right now I think everybody is still optimistic about what we're doing. We have a great plan. We're looking at all different areas through with the 4 teams as far as what's going to work the best, and we're going to be sort of looking at different avenues for setup stuff through the first several races, and then eventually probably migrate toward all the pieces that seem to be working the best. So we have a good plan for today.
We'll go Terry, Jay.
Mark, I know you were saying that, how much it means for the Wood brothers, and it does, but are you amazed at how for Trevor in just a few days has almost become this cult celebrity hero for the pop culture? He's getting marriage proposals from teenage girls, and it's really amazing what he's done, and maybe, is this going to help bring some more young people back to NASCAR, do you think?
One of NASCAR's biggest initiatives for 2011 was to go after the kids, the young. Perfect. It's perfect. We're talking about the Daytona 500 champion. What's not big news about that? Second Cup race, first 500. There's plenty to make a big deal. You're sure not going to get me to say there ain't no big deal here. It's a big deal, and it's good for our sport. So, no, I'm not surprised. It is a big story. It is a big story. Big story.